Okay. Hello.
Hello. Hello, this is the NightCast, or what we call it the NightCast.
Hi, I'm
And I am Nero. Hello there.
Hello.
How was your day?
I've been playing Animal Crossing for oh god, I can't tell, like 4 hours.
4 hours.
I spent possibly half of those hours trying to color coordinate my entire island with all its flowers.
I guess you could
Is
say
that a
that
good
it's
idea?
more than a hobby at that point.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, obviously, if it takes like a good while to get all your shit together. Yeah,
it does
I
take a
would say
while to
it
get
takes
your
a
shit
while.
together.
So what are we talking about? Oh, those are the wrong colors. Oops.
Well, while Beanie is
Um,
playing Animal Crossings, uh, we bring up the topic of hobbies and stuff. What do you think about
hmm.
hobbies?
Very good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm being fascinated by Chum. He's at my island.
No, it's fine. Um, I do know that like there are some hobbies that I have that I'm like trying to get out of because some of the hobbies that I have are completely like destroying my life. But it's not anything like
What?
bad like drugs, but it's just like like how do you say it? It's like
You kind of sound a bit like one of the characters you voice. Um,
it's one of the it's a hobby that I have that I really only have because it's like some sort of coping mechanism for me, but it's a very very bad coping mechanism. And I just recently figured out that, oh hey, this is how I react to stuff. And
that's
like
not a
I'm trying to like change how I react to stuff, like to bad stuff, because the way that I react to like bad things in my life is that I completely like shut them off. Anything bad that like either harms me like mentally, I'll like shut it out completely. And I noticed that it is a bad thing because when people are trying to give me like helpful criticism, I my mind just sees that as like, oh, bad, hurty, and just like push away that person, like even though they are a good person at heart. Like everyone has their quirks and stuff. Nobody is perfect. So that's one of the problems that I'm trying to fix right now.
well. You do it at your own time.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone can,
Things take time, and well,
obviously.
I mean, we have like, a lifetime to figure out what problems that we have and like what we can do to either better ourselves or just find like good people to surround yourself with to just either like wait it out or just like try to ignore it and have fun.
Hmm. A lot of people just try to ignore it and have fun, but
Yeah. I mean,
sometimes it's not a good
some
idea,
some
honestly.
yeah, some people that like choose that route, it's like it's either a fun where you have like uh you're hanging out with friends all the time and you're enjoying their presence. And then some people like turn off to the side where it's like, "Oh, I'm going to go into drugs because they make me feel good and I don't have to think." And that's how
That's
I
not a
think
good
about
thing.
drugs and stuff.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. I do think that like whenever people use drugs, it's like a getaway, but it's
Hmm.
not a getaway for too long. So that's
We
why I'm
always are talking
confused
about
why people choose drugs over like people. I mean, I understand like introverts, you can't exactly stand people for too long because it just drains you. But like that shouldn't be any reason that you should like
yeah,
choose drugs over like good people.
mm, people are annoying in 2020.
People are annoying, but yeah, that's the thing we have to deal with because
Yeah.
humans will be humans. People can be annoying, but under all that annoying bullshit, it can help you.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Even though it might not look like it, yes, it can help.
Look at me. I'm a 5'7" 5'7" man who is also Asian. I can still help you. Even that guy who's smaller than a puddle, he can still help you. That man that is like 6'6" something, uh, he can help you. Don't go to Satan.
No,
Don't go to Satan.
we never need to
He
go to
might be
light it
cunning.
up. I
He
remember
might
that
be
whenever we
cunning,
have
but
a podcast.
don't go to Satan.
Yeah, why is it whenever we have a podcast, we always end up being really, like, we try to record something, it always ends up being really dark
I
or
don't know.
depressing.
I'm not afraid to talk about
We're
like
not the
any
we're not the greatest people to try and lighten up a mood.
we're not. We're really not, but that's what makes
No,
us human. I keep using the excuse of, well, that makes you human. Like, oh,
no.
I feel
Sometimes
like
that's not the case.
I feel like I'm a piece of shit, and I feel like I'm ruining
Sometimes it's
people's
human.
lives. And I was like, well, everyone has flaws, and that just makes you human. I was like,
Sometimes you
that's
shouldn't
not
say it.
really a that's not really a good fucking thing.
Yeah, like, depending on who you're saying it to, it's not really a good idea to say.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I was like, what do
no
you
way.
mean? What do you mean I'm human? I am an alien from Alpha Centauri.
Exactly.
Like,
Um,
yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Let's try and, like, liven up the mood a bit,
Well,
too. So, anyone who's listening or watching this is not like, are they okay? Which we are,
the quick
I hope.
answer to that is yes, we are. We just have really weird minds.
Yes, we do.
Uh, and like, I'm not sure if this is being picked up, but my brother is in the other room right now. He's like playing the ukulele, and
I don't, well, it's not gonna pick up on my end, but
yeah, well,
recording, who knows?
it's a good thing that it's not being picked up at all. But
I mean, when I was when I was listening to our recording that's never gonna see the light of day, many reasons to why. One of the reasons I was unhappy with how that ended.
I mean, yeah, the first podcast
Um,
that we did, it's not gonna be perfect. I mean,
no, but it was just the fact that it did
honestly,
make
it
me
was yeah,
unhappy. It did make me unhappy. The fact that I had to walk out and be and my door is very squeaky and I can't
yeah.
help that.
You were very like busy at the time. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all.
I was
It's
busy at the
understandable.
time,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I mean,
But
everyone's busy. It
hmm,
everyone's busy. It's whether you want to say that you are busy or you're free because no matter what what time and what you're doing, you're always free. You always have the freedom of choice. You can always choose to do something else. Like if you wanted to like throw out the trash, you could just do that really quickly, but you could also just push that off and want to do something else. Just do that for a little
mhm.
bit. But but that doesn't mean that you can just like clear from your mind completely. You're still gonna have to do that. It's
Hmm.
it's inevitable. I am inevitable.
Oh my God.
Oh, there's this one picture that's in my room that is basically like you know how people make like take a bunch of photos and then they like stitch those photos together to make like a big photo.
You mean like a collage?
Yeah, like a collage. Yeah, I got I in I think it was either my eighth grade class or my seventh grade class. I think it was my eighth because I was that was my last year of being there at my middle school. We all like took a gander and just like uh the principal picked out from like papers like everyone threw in like their own piece of paper with their names on it, and there was like more than more than 50 kids there, or more like the entire cafeteria, like half of the cafeteria, and we have like really big cafeterias. There's like several tables where you have to sit at.
God.
There was more than like 50 kids there, so like 50 or more kids putting a piece of paper with their names on into a thing for them to get picked. Out of all of those kids, I got picked, and I got a pick collage of what's it, MLK, Martin Luther King. I got a I got a pick collage of him, and if I look really closely, they're just it's all stitched together, and it's all really cool. I haven't been able to like put it up. I haven't been able to like put it up on my wall yet because I'm like so scared to like put it up and then have it fall. So that's like one of the like big reasons why there is absolutely nothing on my walls. Like sure, I have a window, but like anything else, it's just bare wall.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Like, I understand. Um, let's change the subject. This, you want to explain to the audience how you are voicing two characters that from two different people
Oh, yeah.
that are for some reason really similar, like
Okay.
accidentally similar.
Okay. Um if we're gonna have to start this story off, I'm gonna have to go back to like where it basically began. So basically, some shit had gone down in my life which left me like completely incapacitated. So that way, my like way to like fill the hole in my heart, because I had recently just broken up with my ex because my ex wanted to get with someone else at the time, and I yeah.
Much a rude excuse to get rid of to not be with someone. Just like, oh, I'm going.
Yeah,
Actually, I can't say that. I
and
actually had feelings for someone else, and I had to break it off with someone. So I can't say anything.
yeah, and like now that I look back at it, it was really good for me because I now had like a lot of freedom to do whatever I wanted to, instead of like going on a going on a thing. Like we did like a lot of role play and shit. So they basically kicked me out of that, and in that role play I basically had two kids. So they kicked me out of that. I'm guessing they just kind of like took my characters as well. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess you
They
can
took
do
the
that.
kids. Karen
And
took the kids.
like after that was all fine and dandy, my best friend that I called my brother also like cut ties with me as well. And I was like, oh, okay, at least it didn't hurt that much anymore. But before my best friend cut ties with me, I had like gone into like two projects, which, well, actually,
That
te-
was from me.
two projects, but technically three because if Tay wants to do a thing with like Villainy 101, I
Uh,
I
hold
might
on.
be called
Before we
back.
continue, Nero, before we continue, Tay is a friend of ours, called the Artist Entertainer, or just Tay Draws. You can find them on YouTube.
Yeah,
Should we
and
place a link for them?
we can place a link inside the description for them to look at Tay's stuff.
Yeah,
But
Tay's a cool friend.
if you want my say about Tay is the one piloting the ship of Didisuka, and that is Dididi, and
Yeah, you can find Tay's work if you just search up Kitty Suka.
yeah. Well,
I
really,
wish we were
really,
joking.
hmm?
I wish we were joking. But when I had to search up Kitty Suka for draw ships, that was literally one of the drawings I saw. Mhm.
Oh man,
And sorry for
they are basically piloting that ship. I swear to Christ.
yep,
But
not owned by Nintendo anymore.
okay, so I never explained what characters I voice. I
Which
voice two characters, and that is well technically three, but like that's
no, it's still two because
yeah
sometimes
yeah.
there's things.
I voice two characters, and one character that I voice is Onibi, and he basically sounds like a gremlin. Just
Not Onibi. That's,
no, just
that's not your character.
oh, that's my character, right?
It's
I keep forgetting his name because I haven't voiced him in a while.
yeah. You don't
um,
you don't like jump into chat and start voicing them off randomly. So if anyone watching this, don't expect him to just jump in chat like just start going breaking into voice. It's like a rare occasion.
yeah. Well, um, Onibi is my own character, just by the way. Um,
Mm,
the character that I voice is Itsuo the Onibi. He is a gremlin, and he has a weird fondness for
it's so well.
gum. Itsuo, the Oni. He
It's
is
really
he's a gremlin, and he has a fondness for gum for some reason. I also voice Viberto. The only way that I can describe him is that he's a drunk idiot leader who is
you
usually
want to
mad.
explain how they're so similar to each other for some reason?
The only reason why, like, the only thing that connects them at all is that they're both redheads.
They're kind of tall. They're redheads. They have a weird obsession with something,
Yep.
and I don't think it's a good idea to anger both.
Yeah.
Both. One of the funniest things that I remember, um, there was one time where Jay, the artist entertainer, Nero, and I were chatting, and we were explaining about how Itsuo has a weird obsession with gum, and I can't remember who it
I
was, but
like
I said,
gum.
"Yeah, that's his voice.
Yeah. And
He's like
Viberto
16,
is
an alcoholic."
he's an alcoholic, and he also sounds if I do remember, when I had to do the voice lines for Viberto, it sent me to a YouTube link which was from an anime. It's a TOV, and
Never, never
and
watched it.
yeah, Tales of Vesparia. I never watched it ever, and, and I was like, I had to do the voice of the person who had long hair. And I was like, oh, okay, you low life thugs. Yeah, I was like, you low life thugs are all alike. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I think I can do that. And that was basically his voice. And I when I was doing the voice lines for Viberto, I didn't have a professional mic, but all I had was my closet, which I literally just like took my I took my computer and I just placed it in there, put on my headphones, and I basically just tried at the fucking thing, like
You somehow made
se-
it
several
by doing
15
that.
times. Wait, what?
You somehow made it while doing that. Like,
And yeah, yeah,
it's a shock. It's shocking. Like, how did you do
yeah.
that?
I,
Like, does it shock you as well?
it
Like,
does it does shock me because I was using like one of those shitty like a gamer headphone microphones because I didn't have a professional microphone like I do now.
um, I don't have a. I do have a mic, but I can't like connect it for some reason to my computer, and since I have to move my laptop outside my room, it's sometimes it's like it would be too much of a hassle just to bring all this stuff. So until I can actually learn how to use all of it, yeah, you're stuck with this, I guess.
That's fine.
I'm sorry.
No, no, no. It's fine. Honestly, when it comes to like computer shit, it it takes a while to like
I
know
know.
what you're completely doing.
Funny enough, everyone at my school thinks that like I'm a computer whiz because of like some of the things I do. It's like, no, it's just a nerd.
Well,
I'm a nerd. I spend too much time on my computer.
yeah. Like it might have been better for me. Uh, like I know some things about computers, but like when I was a kid, I never went outside. I never went outside ever. I was either watching TV, playing a game, or on the computer, and that was basically what I did for about like 7 to 8 years of my life. I never thought of ever doing anything else because my mom and dad were so like, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, and get away from that knife. I was a very, very clumsy child. I remember this one memory where
But
this
who's
this
clumsy now?
this one stupid memory, which was just like stuck in my head, where I was trying to cut this like Chinese ice cream in half so me and my brother could have it, and I tried to cut it in half with a knife, but it was like frozen and shit. So me with my like 9 to 10 year old head just like fucking took the knife, and while gripping onto the fucking ice cream as hard as I possibly can, I swing at it and I somehow hit my fucking finger, and it's like it's not even bleeding at all. I'm just like looking. I was
I
like,
know.
oh,
I'm
huh.
surprised.
I was like, huh, that's neat. I was like,
Maybe
look at that. It's in a U shape and I'm not bleeding. And I can't feel it.
look,
And I was like,
look. I'm as surprised as the. I would be surprised as the people watching this, but should I? Can't really be surprised.
like yeah,
Like after
you can't be
I,
surprised because yeah, you go ahead.
especially with the stunts I pull. Like I'm not. I wouldn't say stunts, but more of the crap I pull. It's. I wouldn't say. I wouldn't be shocked.
Hmm.
Like, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
Not
Like
really.
no, like I don't think like kids as a whole, like they are clumsy as fuck, and it is like right out of the womb, it's like it's only a matter of time before they like accidentally injure themselves or like get themselves into like big fucking trouble. It's only a
Yeah.
matter of time. Like like kids, they crave that fucking attention with a goddamn capital C. They want it so much, and they will like.
I'm gonna miss to tell you something. I'm gonna mute myself. Continue talking.
Okay, go ahead. Like I've seen kids like just get into trouble willingly, knowing that they were gonna have their like parents talk to them for like a second. Because I've noticed something about this generation and their parents. It's like their parents are very neglectful, and that might just be me, but yeah, something with this generation baby boomers is like, okay, boomer. I think it's always gonna like it's not always gonna be like that. There's always gonna be that one generation that stands out from like the rest. But when shit happens, people usually tend to like cling on to what has happened, and this can go for like literally anything. It can go with like something that had like affected your life to like something like meaningless, and so, to something big like the World War. Like people will hang on to that shit, and you will use that as an excuse for like the next generation. And I find it so dumb how like people do that. And my philosophy is, well, at least when it comes to my family anyways, it was like since the life that I had led, basically like my parents were just very very harsh to me. Very typical for an Asian person. I know, but they were very very harsh on me, and there was I felt no love at all. So I knew like from a very young age, I had to be better than them. Like not better financially, but better than them like mentally. And I think that's something that everyone should like strive for, instead of having like people become like having bad people become their role model, and then they become like worse. I really hope nobody like looks up to like Ted Bundy or something. uh cuz Ted Bundy was whew, that person. Ooh. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. And yes, I am talking about the murder. Who else would I be talking about? Well, while we are, you know, doing this commercial break or something like that. Sorry, I've been watching a lot of Midnight Gospel recently, and it's gotten me into like a really curious mood and like a real thinking mood. So it's really fun. But yeah. If I could, I would I would strap on a VR headset and just like go into a VR world and like just hang out with some people, then ask them what their philosophies of life are. It's
Okay, I can also while typing that down, um, my mother called. Perfect timing.
oh man. Well, what happened?
She was just checking on how the house.
Okay. I find it a little bit weird how like I'm not sure how like nobody else has like noticed. I'm pretty sure people haven't noticed this as well, but humans basically take like other species and other humans, and they basically just incorporate whoever they like into their own pack. And I find that incredibly endearing and sweet. Like it could be a dog, it could be a cat, it could be a fucking alligator for all I care. And yeah. And of course we call like our pack like either you can call it a family if you want to. You can call it like just your friend group. And anything really. Well, Bean, you have anything to say?
Uh, not really.
That's fine. Being empty brained once in a while, it ain't that. It ain't
Brain
that.
empty. I realized I need to draw something because I haven't drawn today,
Mhm.
and that's not a good thing. Maybe I have something. Maybe I can ask someone like, "Hey, what do I do with art trade?"
Our trade is basically give and receive, pretty much.
Um, or would anyone like a request?
I'm gonna go find a topic that I was talking about.
Okay. Um, I don't know.
What I was talking about before, I was like talking about some. I was talking about like VR shit, and if I could, I would go into a VR world, like get to know some people, and just I would just fucking go like, oh hey, how's your like philosophies of life and shit. But what I want to home in on is like VR and how like it's basically another way to just be there for someone like virtual reality. Like what it's basically essentially become has it's essentially became like another place to meet other people so you don't have to like leave your house and shit. uh,
Don't mind what I
but
sent you, Nero.
it's fine. Yeah.
Um,
Once in a while we should get like a guest in here.
yeah.
Either someone from the asylum or
Anyone would do.
yeah, anyone would do, but I just realized how like weird that sounds with no context behind it. But yeah,
Okay,
we'll
so
just well,
before any of the questions,
no
let me
no
say
well
it.
let's like have like no context at all. I'm just gonna grab someone from a fucking insane asylum and just interview them.
Let's do it with the bard. Let's do the bard.
It's either I get someone from the asylum, I get
The
one of my
hotel.
friends, or you get like one of your friends, and we can just talk and shit.
Trust me, all of my friends are they are very needy, so we would be able to get a very serious conversation out of them.
What I find interesting is that some of my friends, even though they come off as like mimi shitheads, um, they've got like some deep shit like locked behind that mask, and it's like
Um,
like once you see it once, it you know what is the mask and what they're trying to say, and I find it extremely endearing. It's kind of the reason why I've been talking to one of my friends, Kaz, for like a while now. He's really sweet, even though on the outside he's a memeing shithead.
Uh, I want to change the conversation, but I feel like we've been doing that. The, like,
What do you want to talk about?
I mean, it's pretty much podcasts are literally just sit and chat about whatever. So do
Basically,
it.
yeah.
Um,
What do you want to talk
um,
about?
I want to go back to one of the conversations
What do you want to talk
in.
about? Tell me.
uh,
I want
should I do one of the conversations for that we did in the podcast that's never
to know.
been
Yeah, sure.
shown?
Yeah.
All right, let's pull out bada 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 B stars, I guess.
Oh, Beastars. Yes, 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 yes.
But instead of trying to talk about what it mostly is, let's try and talk about like each of the characters we like about it. I'm not gonna talk about Dom for like a good 10 minutes, but I think I actually did.
Well,
Like I actually,
let me go get out the main cast, and I'm just gonna like look at them and then judge them.
like I can look at each of them and be like, I know how I feel about you. Also, since Pride Month is like a month away, we should do one for like LGBT.
Yeah.
Just um, which actually, speaking of which, I need to point this out. I am non-binary, not a female, not a male. Nero is a male. He's a supporter.
Yee.
But if I remember correctly, you're an asexual, which is still a part of the community.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
gay, binary, asexual. I'm a mouthful.
Okay, so Beastars, Legosi, shy wolf
Best
boyo
boy.
with
Best boy.
with problems with his species, Louis, Lewis.
Racist. I'm gonna say what I think.
He's a very hard character, and he isn't afraid to like basically pick out what he isn't he isn't afraid to really do anything, kinda, but he's also
He isn't
like
afraid
putting
of
on
doing.
an act because I remember from one of the parts in Beastars where Lewis had broken his leg, but he still had to like perform either way, like through the pain.
Yeah,
Haru is a
that
deeply traumatized bunny girl,
that everyone calls a
a
slut.
slut that everyone inside Beastars, like the at least like that school, calls Haru a slut.
I would,
Bill,
I, I would like to cosplay as her, but I'd like to. No, I don't want to like.
you don't
I
want to
don't
be.
want people to like. I don't want to be called a slut while cosplaying as a bunny.
I know. Like, just why?
'Cause
Like,
that's
why do people do that when people are
they did it
cosplaying? Why
with.
you
They
being
did
a
it.
bitch?
I remember they did like when I was playing VR chat. I had a theory avatar, and I got so many depression jokes. It wasn't even funny. It's like I just like the character. Don't.
I know.
I'm not trying to get
I
into the
hate it when
character.
people do that.
Like she's gorgeous, and it was like people act like
Um, Bill, he's a very dumb lion who is very
he's a
blind.
tiger.
He's a dumb tiger who's blind to shit.
Just
Sorry,
because he's a
I can't.
god, lions and tigers are not the same. Just because they're
I know they're
wild
not.
cats doesn't
Jack, good boyo.
oh, my tail is swinging, baby, I know. Let go, see, let go, see.
I need to remember who Kai is, from
The
Beastars.
mongoose.
Oh, the mongoose. Okay. He is
He's a handful.
He is something, but at the end of the day, he means well,
Yep,
kind of.
kind of.
He's kind of full of himself, but who isn't? If there isn't a character that like is completely like full of themselves with like ego, then it just
When I
wouldn't be
first saw
anything.
when I first saw him, I kind of thought he was a ferret,
Mm.
genuinely because it's like kind of ferrets and mongoose kind of look similar. And then I realized it's like, oh, he's a mongoose. Well, I thought completely wrong.
Else, uh,
Who is Else again?
is the
Oh wait, she's the
goat.
sheep girl, isn't she?
Yeah, goat.
She's so cute. I love her. She's so cute.
It was very
Like,
Else was
I want
very
to
very
hug
like
her.
weird. Uh, but like you could see like from what she was like thinking is that she was very racist towards carnivores and saw them as like very very scary.
Hmm.
So that's when
Well,
Legosi like went
then
up to
again,
Els and gave the little thing. It
yeah,
was kind of
then again,
perplexing for her, and I was like, see, they can be good.
yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
gonna
it's understandable in that world because there's people being eaten like left and right. So
casual
I
murders.
yeah, just casual murders. Gohan
Right?
the panda,
Casual
he is very okay.
murders.
Okay, Gohan. He
A lot of
is
people like him.
he's a very likable character because he.
I'm saying like. I'm saying
Oh,
like.
we're using
Uh,
like as a
we're,
term because
we're
we
using
know.
we're using like because I really don't want to call out
Yeah,
everyone who thinks of him as
we're not gonna go to that to the websites in the dark. We're not no, we're not even
it's not
touching
even in the
those.
dark. It's just the fact of oh yes, people like him. It's cool, like a cool character, a cool design. Like people like badass characters, and all of a sudden you see oh, and then all of a sudden you see oh what they've done is like oh no,
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
just
oh my God, people
uncrustable.
settle down. I was like, horny on main, Jesus. But my first thought of
To
Gohan
be
was
sexual,
like, that guy
to
has
be
a
sexual, pulling
bamboo.
up the hornies.
Okay, we just both like talked over each other.
All right, but just the asexuals calling out the horny people.
Yeah,
You know, one that
yeah.
you
But my first thought of Gohan was that Gohan is
Mr.
that
Panda.
that panda has a bamboo crossbow and that is sick. And he knows
When
a
I
thing or
first
two.
when I first saw him, I thought that he was like an army veteran,
An army veteran because of the scratches
and
on his
then
face.
well, it's more the fact of his build. He looked to be like around like
Old,
getting out of
older.
being an army veteran, and yeah, the scars on his face. Then I searched him, it's like oh, like
Yeah, no,
30,
he.
like in his 30s or 40s. He's a therapist, huh? And then finding out it's like, oh, he's therapist for carnivores in the black market. So those scars
Yeah,
are from other oh no.
yeah, yeah. His speed, like, of course it, it isn't like it isn't anything new, but his species is the giant panda, not just the panda, just the giant panda.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Actually, I think I could suggest these stars to a friend of mine. And
probably
And since she likes pandas, I want her
Oh,
opinion on Gohan. Because
guess what I just
the
found?
bear knock you out.
Yep.
Don't hear what you said. He's a therapist that will knock you hell out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, have you seen what he does?
Yep.
Yeah. Apparently, there's trivia, for Gohan. Go ahead. And he is obviously
Therapist man.
a med school graduate. According to Gohan, he has lost most of his back hair due to his tenure as a back alley doctor, and Gohan appears to only own a assorted range of weapons, including a crossbow made of bamboo and at least one firearm.
Nice.
That's cool because, I
I have
mean,
the
have
biggest
you
smile
seen
on
what
my
he
face. That's
does?
like so cool.
I mean, I really find it so cool how he has a bamboo crossbow. That takes a lot to make
That
because
would take a lot.
yeah, bamboo as a whole,
Isn't-
it's more than,
Wouldn't bamboo be like tricky to craft with, to like build with?
yeah, and he made it into a fucking crossbow. And you know how
That's talent.
I know,
If he
right?
can do that with bamboo, you should watch out. Like, we just shows like
He's got some
if you
fucking
didn't know him,
skill.
and then all of a sudden, if you didn't know him, and he shows like his crossbow, and someone's like, bamboo's like really hard to craft with, you would, and he's made it like a perfect, like fully working crossbow, like a bamboo crossbow. You should be scared. You
I know.
should be more scared than anything, because it's like, what else can he do? Probably gonna snap my arm in half.
It's like
I wouldn't
if
be
if if,
surprised
if
if
he
I'm
can if he can do that, if he can make a fucking crossbow of all things, because I don't know if you know about this, but crossbows are, you need to know something about them. You need to physically
it,
take one apart to know how they fucking work.
it's difficult.
And the fact that he made one with his, I'm guessing his bare hands.
Yeah, well, yeah. It doesn't seem like he has like a workshop.
Mm-hmm.
That's very talented. What a talent!
And
And
go
it's like
home.
a very talented. I wonder if um, the creator, what they were doing.
You wonder if the creator knew what they were doing. It's like, I mean, obviously they should have.
I mean, I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mute myself a bit. You can
Okay.
talk.
I mean, don't mute. Never mind. But that's the current, well, the current English cast. But
You have
for
other characters.
yeah, there are definitely other characters. That's just those
Um,
are just the ones that are, I'm guessing, more prominent, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's like other characters like
Mm-hmm.
Mizuki. Keep forgetting it.
Yeah.
Who is a Harlequin rabbit. Who, I'm not a big fan of her, if I'm gonna be honest.
You really don't
She's
like.
not my thing.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. It's funny. I like rabbits. I don't like her.
You don't like the Harlequin
I
rabbit.
I do
Yeah.
like Harlequin rabbits. That's a doggo. Hold
Oh
on.
man. Oh god. I'll be completely honest. That actually scared me. Oh my god. uh. Cut to a commercial break. And I'm pretty sure this is one of the characters that I've yet to come up in the anime yet. But what's it? Well, actually, no, three characters. I just need to remember their names right now because I know there is the horse, the lizard and the hybrid. I know the lizard's name. I know the fuck. I know the hybrid's name. I know the lizard's name, but I don't know the name of the horse. When when Beanie comes back, they probably know. But for those two, I'll just say my thoughts about them. Gosha, the lizard, the well, specifically Gosha, the Komodo dragon. He he may be an old man, but he can kick your ass, and he's the sweetest old man ever. And Melon, the hybrid, get him off screen. I don't want him on screen. Please get him away from me.
No, that you don't like melon.
Yeah, I genuinely do not like the guy. It, I mean, it's right that he gives off the vibe of like the main villain, but like, oh man, oh, it's so unnerving. Ugh, the shit that he does as well. But I can't remember the horse's name. I keep forgetting it.
Yafia?
Yafia? Ah,
Yeah.
yes. Yafia. Yafia the horse. I don't know what specifically what horse he is, but I
I
my first thought of him, oh, he got a gun.
oh yeah,
Oh,
you
oh,
got a
he
gun.
got a gun.
Da, 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 da.
And
Oh,
and
he got
he's
a gun.
Yafia like as a character, I feel like he's just like trying to get back at he's trying to get back at oh, I keep forgetting his name. I feel like Yafia keeps trying to get back at his old partner for like leaving him for someone else. So like I think one of the things that he did was like this is spoilers by the way. He like captures Legosi, I think, because he's the grandson of Komodo Dragon Boy. I keep forgetting his fucking name. And I'm like actually like going to like have a mental breakdown.
As you can tell, I'm not concentrating on anything, so sorry.
No, it's fine. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the ones that I know about, anyways. Gosha. Yafia keeps trying to get back at Gosha.
Hmm.
Okay. One of the topics that we also talked about before was like we started off talking about like Siren Head, and then we went into like mythology. We dipped into mythology for a little bit, and then we went like I think like an SCP direction or so. But I know that if we start talking about like SCP or something, we'll just go down a rabbit hole that most people would not understand. Because I know that SCP is like a lot more mainstream than before, but it's still kind of in the dark, and you kind of had to like look for it yourself to actually find shit about it. But SCP basically as a whole can either mean two things: secure, contain, protect, or security containment procedure and shit.
Secure,
Yeah.
contain,
Also,
protect.
Beanie, you're gonna have to take care of this for like a quick second.
Okay. Um, I don't know how to. Hi. I don't know. Um, yeah, Nero was saying about these stars and such. With the three characters, and he was talking about Yapia, Melon, Gosha. I will give my opinion because yeah, I don't know. Um, Gosha, the Komodo dragon, he is sweet baby boy. I love him. I like him. He's cool. The Komodo dragon's a terrifying in person to me, but he looks cool. He seems nice, and that's awesome. Also, I think that he's supposed to be really tall, so yeah, he's tall.
It's all the way up.
Tall boy.
Yeah.
Melon. Even though Nero doesn't like Melon, I
Mm.
do genuinely because I like villains. I have no standards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It's not like I like like bad guys or anything. But if you look at Has Been Hotel, oh boy. And then yeah. No, I don't know much about these characters because I still need to proceed in the manga. But these characters are good in my books, despite clearly one of them being a villain. But it's good.
Okay, those who are like, I'll probably fucking put something on screen. It's like you can come back now because we stopped spoiling Beastars.
Spoiler. Come back.
You can come back now. You don't if you're anime only you're come back now. If
It
you're
would be a spoiler.
manga shit, you're good. it, what was I talking about? I was talking about like SCP before, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Like I know that recently Siren Head has been like incorporated into like the SCP wiki, and his numbers are 6789, which of course they're just all in order, but like it's cool that SCP has just kind of, you know, absorbed another work of just scary stuff, I guess, into its
Yep.
whole of just secure, contain, and protect the shit. But yeah, that's always nice to like talk about because
Mhm.
trust me, when you get down into just the whole of SCP, you're gonna be in there for days on end,
Yep.
just looking at like the popular ones. Like the popular ones that you might want to look up is uh 173 069 and wait 096. Um, I don't
69. Sorry.
um 3008 and if I do remember his numbers, uh I don't
You got
remember.
999.
Yeah, you got 999. You got the Plague Doctor. I
Baby.
forgot his numbers. Beanie probably remembers.
Oh, the Plague Doctor?
Yeah,
Zero
but
four nine.
049. Okay. 094. Wait, no. 0
Zero four nine.
0
Zero nine
0
six.
049 and
035.
0 095 or 6. One of those
Zero nine
are
six is the shy guy.
oh, right. 094 is something. It's probably something. But I do remember that there is like just naming shit off the top of my head. We have Ferdinand the Cannibal. We have the Red Pool. We have
They
those
have the
eyeball things.
Wondertainment, which is my favorite.
Hmm?
They have Wondertainment.
Yeah, Wondertainment. Wondertainment isn't a SCP. It's more like a group of SCPs.
Yes.
And
Which they're my favorites. They're awesome. I like
yeah.
Sweetie. She's cute.
One of my favorites even though he is a mass murdering lizard,
Is there
I really like.
SCP-682?
Yeah, 682. 682, his name is the hard to kill reptile for
Yep,
one reason. Literally only one reason.
he can
He
regenerate.
adapts. He literally adapts to literally everything.
Yep,
He can't adapt to literally everything.
he
That's
adapted depression.
probably not. Probably not. Probably not. He gonna have to live with that forever.
That was so bad. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Uh, but basically for 682, since he just keeps on regenerating over and over again, he basically has to be kept in like a vat of corrosive
Acid.
material, corrosive acid. So it's like it just stops him.
Yep.
But there's like something hating flesh.
I can't remember the number, but
The
the,
flesh that hates. Yeah, flesh that hates.
yep,
We got
it's like an animal zipper one. Weird. Which is pretty much just, if I remember correctly, it's oh, it left the tip of my mouth.
um
No, it's not. If it goes into your skin, you just turn into an animal and like it zips.
yeah, it basically turns into a monster.
Yep, it goes.
Yeah,
That's such a
it's
bad
like a
sound effect.
virus. No, it's
Don't
fine.
mind that bad sound effect.
Um, and I know that there's another SCP that is the clockwork virus. It basically slowly turns you into a bunch of like gears and metal, pretty much, like from the
Fun.
inside out.
How fun. Imagine how fun that would be at
Yeah,
your birthday party.
imagine being turned into like just a pile of, not a pile, like having your muscles, your heart, your organs like transmuted into gears and shit. So you're just turning into a machine. Do you die in the
Mhm.
process? I mean, I would guess that you do.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
in
I
the
would
SCP
imagine so.
and in the SCP Foundation, they do not stray away from death at all.
Nope, they do not.
There's like SK events that can happen and shit.
Hmm.
Very nice. um, shit. You want to talk about what's going on in the world currently?
I think everyone knows about what's going on in the world. Currently. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
So it's not one of my favorites.
yeah. Just your friendly neighborhood apocalypse. It's
I mean,
fine.
I like the fact that we don't really have to do much. Well, except for Australians. For some reason, they have to go back. Western Australians have to go back to school, and I'm
That's
one of them.
stupid.
It is.
That's
Why
pretty
would you do
dumb.
this?
Like over here in the United States, like you don't go to school, but you still have to like
Do schoolwork.
yeah, you still have to go do like schoolwork, even though basically our like basically as it is, school is already done for us, but we still have to
Hmm.
do work, which I find is dumb. But you know what? I'm gonna deal with it.
At least you're better than some people who just like whine about it.
Online schoolwork is honestly, arguably better than physical like schoolwork. But the only thing that I would say that like I don't really like during this is that my parents are home 24/7.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't imagine that would be fun.
yeah, because they're usually like either at work or someplace else, and now they're at home, and now I don't really have too much freedom to do much of what I usually like to do at home, which is usually just sleep a lot. Now that
Sleep is
I'm
good.
Yeah, sleep is good. Sleep is good for you. A lot of it can
Always
end
get
up
sleep,
like hurting you,
people.
but
True.
lately I've been like going to bed at like 3 or it's like I either go to sleep at like 3 or like 6 in the morning because like uh I've been
Which, by the
I've
way,
just
none
been
of you guys should do this. This is just
none of you not
Nero being a dummy.
yeah. You should not do this at all. You shouldn't be like
Do not
staying
do
up
this.
till like 7 in the. You should not be doing all nighters every day of your life because I will tell you, your
That's how
fam.
you die,
That's how you die, and that is how you make your family hate you, like more than they already
and
hate you.
that's how you make your friends just worry just a wee bit too much.
Yeah, but we're already hitting like 1 hour mark, and I'm I'm not sure how long we should really get the like leave these things going on for. So
We Do we end it here, then?
I think we should end it here because I'm kind of at the
Okay.
end of my rope, but
I
I'll
mean, I have nothing else to say.
yeah. Anyways, this has been the Nightcast,
This has been
and
NightCast. Thank you for joining us.
we'll see you in the stars.